Hello BookTube, I'm Shawn the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. Here is the next in an ongoing series of discussion videos that Doris of Aldi Books and I are doing on the Faber 90 series of individually bound short stories. Up for discussion in this video is Anna Burns's Mostly Hero, originally published in ebook format only in 2014. So, Anna Burns. If you've heard of her, it's because of this Booker Prize winning novel from last year, Milkman, which I read this summer and absolutely loved. What an incredible novel. It's the greatest novel to come out in the UK in the 21st century. Arguably, you might want to think about somebody like a Hilary Mantel as being up there, but there's nobody else that comes close to this. This was a freaking masterpiece. Anna Burns was born in 1962 in Belfast. Grew up in a working-class Catholic district in Belfast, and she has published two previous novels, which I have but have not yet read. No Bones, 2001, shortlisted for the Orange Prize, and 2007, Little Constructions. So eventually I will check those out. I was really moved to hear her speech at the Booker 2019 ceremony. She won in 2018. And she gave a speech. Eric Carl Anderson excerpted it in his Booker Night video. And she talked about how she had been estranged from a lot of her family for years. And winning that prize kind of healed that wound in her family. And I thought that was quite touching. Anyway, Mostly Hero it's 125 pages. It's definitely the longest of these Faber stories. I don't think it would quite qualify as novella length because it might be 70 pages in a real book. And it is about superheroes. So you can already guess that I'm not enjoying it, even though it's Anna Burns. I will finish it. I will not bail. But what's interesting for me is I can see the talent that was so overwhelmingly evident in Milkman was beginning to take shape here, but this is not working for me at all. Yeah, it's about superheroes. And they're just like in Milkman. They are not given names. Their names are usually lowercase, femme fatale, and superhero, usually small s. Femme fatale is his long-term girlfriend, but the villains have injected her she has been put under a spell to kill him, but the spell is not 100% working, so it's taken a while for her to kill her boyfriend. And then we meet her great aunt, and she's also a superhero, but nobody else in the story knows that, and it's just wacky, ridiculous junk. I mean, superheroes belong in literary fiction the way that rhyming couplets belong in, anime. I mean, it's just wrong. There'll be lots of people that would disagree with me, but it's not interesting at all to me. There are many spidery, multi-clause sentences here, like there are in Milkman, but they're not resonating. They're not singing to me, and partly that's the subject matter, which, did I mention, is so fucking boring, but also she's just not at the top of her form yet. I wonder, I'm going to predict it's not a Doris story either. And I don't think Doris and I have had a good old chit-chat about Milkman. Because if Doris, if you've read it, it was long before I did. And I don't remember that we've ever talked much about Milkman. So I'd be so curious to see what you think. I read to the very top of page 40. So there's another 80 or so pages to go. Doris?
Hey, Shawn. So, yes, Milkman. We haven't talked about that, have we? Well, I definitely appreciated quite a bit about it. I liked and even enjoyed some things about it, but overall, it was not a book for me. So, I liked the non-naming of the characters, similar to Mostly Hero. I really liked the atmosphere and the claustrophobic nature of the atmosphere. I was completely enchanted by the little sisters in that Greek choir feel to their appearances in the story, and the mother was delightful as well. I tend to like stream of consciousness. I liked being inside the main character, her head. And I appreciate what it did to focus on the troubles in Ireland from a feminine perspective. However, it was the style of the writing that really did not agree with me at all. And that's just a personality quirk. You know, I like succinct use of words. I really love big words that just exactly fit the moment, and I like combinations of words to create new, unique phrases. And I even like the listing making format. I know a lot of people do not like that, but I tend to get along with it quite well. But this writing style was so repetitive, and it really wore down on me. I was just like, cut out some of those words. I don't need them all. But with Milkman, I just attributed that to that main character's personality and that sense of claustrophobia that she was trying to relay. So while it didn't agree with me, I totally get why people really appreciated the book. And like I said, I appreciate the literary merit in it. However, in reading this, maybe it's just Anna Burns' writing style. So yeah, you're right. I'm not getting along with this. I really want to, and I'm trying to, but I'm just not. I'm here for the superhero story, and I am here for the quirky nature of all these shenanigans that are going on. But the way it's written and the repetitiveness is just making me batty. And I underlined a couple examples. So on page 8, she says, Femme, which is our main character, the femme fatale main character. Femme had been told, indeed warned by her family at puberty, to beware, to watch out, to be cautious of a strain of morbid, unwholesome femme fatality that ran through most of the female side of the family. I love the thesaurus, but like I said, to me it's to choose that perfect word, not to make a laundry list of variations on a theme like this. I just don't like that kind of writing. And also the alliteration there. I love alliteration too, but for some reason that just was too much for me to handle. And then on page 14, I underlined another paragraph. Freddie's talking through his Freddie's talking through his hat. The man's not my young man. We're dating, casually dating, not even dating, acquaintances. We're getting acquainted. Indeed, we're hardly met. I haven't met him, don't know him, don't know who it is you're talking about. At this, there was lots of shrugging, shaking of head, avoidance of eyes, dismissal of truth, and of the fact her desire should come into this, that desire should feature anywhere in this. To be seen to be it, all must be protected. But Great Aunt hadn't finished the harmless question section yet. For each non-committal answer, her niece gave to each non-committal question, Great Aunt had another question up her sleeve. Whew, it wears me out, Shawn. Like, is it a short story or is it a novella? Shouldn't be 127 pages long. If they did a little snip, 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 it'd be back to the size of the others. So I'm going to keep reading. And, I'm going to finish. And I hope that the plot, I know the plot, I don't think the plot's going to pull you through, but maybe it will me. Check in with you soon.
Hey, Doris. Well, we have both arrived by our own circuitous routes to the same conclusion. This sucked. I hated it completely. 1 star. Because superheroes are so stupid. Hello, adult, much? But I'm grateful this piece of fiction exists in the world because it was part of the transition for Anna Burns to the masterpiece, which we don't agree particularly, but Milkman. But there was absolutely, I had no visceral reaction to anything in here because I think writing about superheroes is just ridiculous. You didn't like the writing, and I mean, I wasn't engaged by the writing because the material that she was writing about was so silly, but this would trace the evolution of her style into what I loved, it seems, a lot more than you did, which was, I thought, everything about her writing in Milkman was just amazing. I forgot to mention last time, I have one good thing to say about this. It's not a novella. I mean, 127 pages. It would probably be 60 pages in a regular size book, so yeah, no, it's a short story. I think that's possibly debatable. On page 24, I like this quote where she's talking about Freddy. I have no idea who Freddy was. I can't remember anything about this story, thank God. 10 days after I put it down. But Freddy, maybe he was a superhero. Maybe wasn't he the Femme's cousin or something? And he looked ill, apparently. And it was because of his lifestyle and because of his weak morals. And then there's a reference to the picture of Dorian Gray. And I thought it was really clever. So here it is. You need the quote on the screen to get it. So Freddy was not the picture of Dorian Gray. Or rather, he was the picture of Dorian Gray. I like that. Touché. I don't remember anything about the ending of this. I did read it. I did not bail. I hated it. And Doris, do we want to finish this Faber series? I'm beginning to have my doubts. But looking forward to what Anna Burns does next. But this was not a Shawn story at all. Mostly garbage.
Hey, Shawn. So, I love superheroes. Always have. Big fan of Wonder Woman and the Justice League as a kid, Saturday morning, and my son and I see all of the Avengers on opening night at the movies. But this, she just wrote the most boring, ridiculous superheroes ever. Like, the over-the-top ridiculousness I actually did like. So there's my token thing that I liked, as did you, which I appreciated. But yeah, I power skimmed / hate read the second half of this. So such a disappointment, but I don't know. As far as the Faber stories go, I do definitely still want to read The Kingsolver. And I know that you've bought a couple, so I'm in for those. So we'll just take it one at a time from here on out. Bless.